Yay. Green Book 1. Welcome, everybody. Anybody have any questions on the song we did? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Careless Whisper. How'd it go? I like the saxophone solo. Dun, 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 dun. Which one did you use? If you have a Liberty, let's see. Did you use Pop Ballad? So that's the regular 0. But if you use the show category 8, what preset did I say to use? Yeah, I forgot. Pop Ballad. No, we were doing Careless Whisper. Yeah. Well, if you put on Pop Ballad with just normal 0, the lower keyboard, that's nice. The tenor sax. Yeah. 24 in lower Genius tab. Good. That's nice. Yes. Flutes, these flutes are organ. So there was going to be a flute 8 on, get rid of that, and flute and string 8. Turn those 2 off. Yeah, it's called flutes. So today we're going to go back to the late 30s, 40s. Glenn Miller. Still going. This song's still going. People like it. In the Mood. In the Mood is a popular big band era standard recorded by American bandleader Glenn Miller. It was featured in the movie Sun Valley Serenade and in an episode of the British science fiction series Doctor Who. In the Mood is based on a composition Tar Paper Stomp by Wingy Manone. And it is. If you listen to it, it's the same thing. Let's do that. There's only so many notes. I mean, it's like how it's kind of hard to not copy something, and I've learned that that's how people do it. Their mind gets full of different things, and then they make their own song. Okay, so In the Mood. I don't just remind you. It's just awesome. Okay, so that's the In the Mood. we're going to listen to again, but tar, paper, stomp. Here it comes. Watch this. So it's a little different. But it's the same thing. So I wonder if he said, "Hey, Glenn Miller, what's going on?" I don't know. I YouTube, but I did. I have ad blocker, free ad blocker. So this way it goes right to it. We don't have to hear this interruption. What we're trying to concentrate on. Free ad blocker. It shows a little stop sign. Yeah, I know. I just got lucky in the one I picked. I know. I was trying to help someone else get in. I was like, it's loading. I'm like, I got lucky, I guess. Well, anyway, it's paper stomp. The first recording under the name In the Mood was released by Edgar Haves and his orchestra. Whoa. 1938. In 1983, the Glenn Miller recording from 1939 was inducted to the Grammy Hall of Fame. In 2004, the recording was inducted in the Library of Congress, National Recording Registry, which consists of recordings that are culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. In 1999, National NPR included the 1939 Glenn Miller recording to its list of the 100 most important American musical works of the 20th century. Glenn Miller's In the Mood with I Want to Be Happy on the B-side became the best-selling swing instrumental. In the Mood starts with a saxophone section theme based on repeated arpeggios that are rhythmically displaced. Trumpet and trombones add accent riffs. Ba, ba. The arrangement has two solo sections, a tenor fight or a chase solo. In one recording between Tex Benege and Al Klink, the 16-bar trumpet solo by Clyde Hurley. Okay. And at the end of the song, a coda climbs triumphantly. Then sounds a sustained unison tonic pitch and a rim shot. The personnel of Miller's recording included Al Mastrin, Paul Tanner on trombone, Clyde Hurley, Leigh Knowles and Dale McKnight on trumpet, Wilbur Schwartz on clarinet, Hal McIntyre on alto saxophone, Tex Benege, Al Klink, and Harold Tennyson on tenor saxophone, Chummy McGregor on piano, Richard Fisher on guitar, Roland Bunneck on double bass, and Mo Pearlpill on drums. I remember that Tex Benege helped to make the Chattanooga Choo Choo song. Yeah, I heard that song, Tex Benege. So, yeah, where are they at now? So, okay, the chords. I listened to the song, and the chords that are in this book are okay, but there's better ones. Here we go. Ready? So, I gave you even descriptions. I wrote out in the workbook how it's going to look. First page is fine, but actually I add another note, it turns out. On the end of each line on the first page, you're going to put another G next to the G instead of the rest. So it goes G, 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 and G, G. So there's another G. I realized it as I was playing it. I hit it twice. I go, dun, dun. Oh, come on. Yes! That's what I was doing. And then that's the way they have it written. This how I've got it now. And it looks like this. So in your workbook, there's a top line that says special fill-in turnarounds. So on the second set of G's, you're going to put an A minor. And then instead of a C minor, it's a B flat minor, then followed by an A minor before the G. If you can't get that A minor, and it's okay. But you have to get the first A minor in. Now, this is a lot of writing. On the next, this is how the in the mood, da-da. The chords, it says, on the third line, second page, it says D7th. Well, the D7th is supposed to be moved over above the B, the second measure, the first B. Okay, see this? See where the D7th's on top of the first B of the two Bs? That's happening constantly throughout the rest of the song. So the third line, might as well move the D7ths first. So I would just white it out. Third line, second measure, D7th above the first B. Fourth line, first measure, the D7th is above the first B. Yeah. Yeah. So D7th, last measure above the B. It goes C, E, G, B. Put the D7th above the B. So that there's D7 should be above the B, all three spots. Then you need to white out the D7s that were there. This chords are really cool. On the second page, third line, where the quarter rests, there's two places, the first measure and the third measure, there's quarter rests. Right there, it has to be a G diminished A minor, quickly. Let's see. This is advanced class, so if you want to be able to just write it in, and then I'll show you how to play it. So you're going to have tightly fit together, just like I wrote it. G diminished A minor there, the third measure, and then also on the last line where the quarter rest is. Well, fourth line, second page, last line, the rest. I'll come around and make sure you got it. Okay, here. So the same two things. Let's see. Okay. Here, so this, and that. Let's see. Yeah, so A minor got to get in there, and A minor's got it, so it has to be tightly fit. And then the D7th is right here. Let's see. No. Okay, so you're on a G, so da 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 da. Where's the G? You took it. No, you need that G. Yeah. Da 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 ba dum ba da 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 da. So these two are here. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, and then this is moved over to here. Get rid of that. That's great. Let me see. It's just off its track. Just off its track. There. Okay, so let me show you. First page. You should have the A minor, B flat minor, A minor. Da 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 dum. And then in the mood, da dum. G diminished, A minor, the D7's moved. Then there should be the G diminished, A minor in here. The D7th is moved. Then the G diminished, A minor here. And the D7th's moved. On the second page, this second line, the same thing. The D7th's moved over, and then the G diminished A minor is right in there. Same thing right here, G diminished A minor. So that's the last page, second line, last measure. The D7th is moved over to the B. Same thing. So it happens on the last third page 1, 2, 3 more times. Yeah, all the rests are G diminished A minor. Not all, well, yeah, the quarter rests. Yep, there. And then right here. Isn't that great? Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So there's 3 places. Here, here, and then right there. The D7s are moved above the Bs. So G diminished is, it's like a B flat minor with a G. So if you could do a B flat minor, you're just pushing down the G, hitting it together, and then you come down to the A minor. Wait, yeah, G diminished A minor. So you're up there and then you come down. Then you finish it with a D7th. G diminished, A minor, D7. G diminished. Now, I used to, for this song, not use my thumb for the G. I would put my pointer on the G. Be ready. I'll set myself different. Now it's no big deal, but I used to have to already have my pointer on the G, so I'm ready. G diminished, A minor, The timing, I mean, you can hit the G diminished solo early once you hit that second G note, or you can wait, and do them fast. Like that, or in the mood, in the mood, yes. Third line. Yeah, above the B. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, you got to finish it with the D. So, yep. Yes. Now, the next set of changes is instead of on the third page top line, instead of it's okay. But I like going like this. So, so what we're doing is we're going to take there's 4 Ds, and in the workbook you take out the second leave the first 2 Ds, get rid of the next 2 and make it a B note. A B. And then leave the next 2 and then get rid of the next 2 and make it a B. So it goes D D B D D B. Instead of and you know, there's this chord's optional. Instead of the F minor, you can do a D diminished, which is D A flat. It sounds good with the rhythm going, but otherwise with the easy button, it's not that great. Well, yeah, it does. So that's F minor here. D 7th, F minor. Here's D diminished. It's not a big deal, not like the G diminished. But if you wanted, there's a new chord, D A flat, D 7th, D A flat is diminished. So then also, one more thing on that line, the G is in the wrong spot. I moved the G chord above the G. Bump. And it just doesn't feel right to hit it on the A. And the same thing for the last line. D, D, B, D, D, B, D, 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 D. If you don't want to do it, you can just leave it. It's a little bit different. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, if you can do an F minor or the D diminished, either one. If you can't handle the D diminished, you can just do the F minor. D like in dog, I got it right here. And it's the first chord underneath the history. D diminished. So watch this. Here it is. Yeah, G major. You start with the G, then G diminished, A minor. me do it on this one so you can see the screen. Okay. Big band. Swing band. Yes. Yeah, you could do A minor 7th if you want. If you hit it by accident, it's just as good. You don't have to do it. Okay, so now they yes. Yeah, I just cut it off. Yeah, but put a G on the G. Here, put the G here. Just like, yeah. And the last note should have the G chord above it, not the A. Okay, we got it. Now, here it comes. Now there's a number 1 style. We've had it. Oh, wait, I'm still reading. Oh, yeah, so the style, swing band. And the fill-in and the intro, just make it. I was so excited to do this because it's in the book. We got the rhythm. It's before my time, but I love it. This is my time, actually. The big band era. I love it. Yeah, because when I worked here, I saw it come. You know, when we first started working here, way back, 1993. We were playing 20s and 30s music for the retirees back then, and you guys were still in school back then, and so then we moved into the big band era, and the word was Glenn Miller, and I was like, who's this Glenn Miller guy? And then everybody's playing In the Mood and Moonlight Serenade, and so I loved and these songs worked for years. Still work. I love it. So Lowry, one of the first rhythms they made was swing band, and everything about it. The background. It just matches. It's a little fast, but everything about it, the horns, the trombones, everything is setting up so those arpeggios sound right. It's all based on that. Fill is very important. If you can get the fill, when they go through it again, they start blaring out. So here it is. Thing about this, it hits twice. Ba, ba. The second hit is when you're changing a chord a lot of times. That's the thing about it. I'm going to tell you. When we repeat, we're going to add the fills in the gaps. Okay, so the fill will go in. On the end of every line on the first page. Fill, 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 fill. But the second time only. You want to save it. Don't want to give everything right away. Phil Connors. Now, a more advanced way of using the fill also is in the G diminished A minor thing. Watch this. But that's not as important. It's a harder, you gotta get it. But fill, at least on the first part, it's great. I don't know, you can use the button, that would probably be difficult. I use my kick switch. I'm always gonna get it. But if you want to use your touch bar, it's going to be very difficult to use the touch bar if you're going to do those chords. So I would use my kick switch or put it on your bass pedals. Put your fill on the bass. Okay, so I can go into, if I really want to get this fill, I'm going to go to page 9, pedal natural black, and put on my long pedal, the pedal natural, I'll put the fill. So I just stomp on it. I get it. I do my kick switch. I don't suggest the touch bar. You too much going on with your hands to get the touch bar. This song. Well, you can get hurt trying it. You're like, here it is. The number one intro. Number one is In the Mood. Intro 2 is just a generic intro, so you can set up any song with this. And ending one actually is In the Mood and String of Pearls. String of Pearls ending is ending 2. And then it does In the Mood at the end. Watch this. So it all came together when I watched the Glenn Miller story. And then it went, da, da. I was like, oh, that's the ending! I was like, what? But his ending goes, wait. He's like, he's doing. But they do a really cool ending, but that's difficult. Yeah, intro 1, ending 1. Glenn Miller and his orchestra was arranged around a clarinet and tenor saxophone playing the melody and 3 other saxophones playing harmony. The band became the most popular and commercially successful dance orchestra of the swing era and one of the greatest single charting acts of the 20th century. Great Glenn Miller sounds. Normal vintage 0 upper, which is the number 1 sound. Come on. By the way, he's up in C sharp. That's the original key. General preset number 10, Mellow Big Band, was the original Glenn Miller Moonlight Serenade sound. General preset number 10 was which you could use for this song even. It's mellow, pretty mellow. Then we have Big Band number 9. is just like the 0. Here's a really nice one. Nostalgic category, number 10, lower. Isn't that great? Number 9. Lush. Number 9 is like good for that Moonlight Serenade stuff. This is something you should try, Steve, is orchestrator. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. That's aria. Orchestrator number 8, big band reeds, if you have an aria. That's a really great sound, too. So those are some Glenn Miller sounds. And the story was that his trumpet player, who could have been maybe Ray Anthony, broke his lip the night of the unveiling of Moonlight Serenade. And then once again, something bad happened, and he's like, great, now what do I do? And that night he rewrote the arrangement, and that's where he came up with the clarinet as the melody, rather than always the brass and the reeds backing. Similar like in Swing and Sway with Sammy Kaye, if you listen to it, it's reeds in the background. But with this one, it's brass in the background. And they're like, yay. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do swing band up to C sharp. I got a bonus question. I remember when Dennis Saw played at Organ Fest. I'm looking up at the screen. I was like, whoa, why is he playing in that key? I saw his hands, and he was on a different key. And it wasn't the key I know, and I was like, whoa. And then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, it's the original. A lot of those people play in the original key. So I transposed the organ to C sharp. So what key are we really going to be in? What? Yes. G sharp or call A flat. Yes, you got it. You're moving only up a notch, so we're already in G. The original was written in A flat. Just moved up. So all we got to do is hit the transposer and it moved the G up to one step, A flat. So it looks like this. But we just have to play it in G. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to bring it down to 95 to 100 to get started. To do it slow motion. Intro 1. I'm just going to do 0, upper and lower. The lower part we'll do for the in the mood. So starting on the second page, third line, that's where we'll go. We'll go to the brass. We'll do the second part of the song with the brass. I forgot to give you a repeat mark. Second page, second line. At the end of the second line, put a repeat mark facing to the left. That's going to bring us back to the first page. That's why we're doing it. And then the second time, that's when you're hitting the fill for each of those. There we go. second. Wait a second. Yeah, I went back to the beginning again, and I'm thinking. Wait, I got it. All right, I didn't write this out. Forgot. Okay. You're going to write on the page 102, top corner to the right, above that G note, you're going to write a little thing. A little dun 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 dun. And so give yourself a little room. You're going to write D. These are notes right up here. Right here. Yeah, right there on top. You're going to write it right in this top spot, because last time you're going to go D, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G. And you're going to press the ending 1. And then you got to finish on a G chord. Dun, 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 dun. When you hit that last G note, G chord above it. Let's see what you did. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, good. You got it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's it. E. Yes, did I not say that? D, C sharp D, E flat E, F, F sharp G. That's it. Dun, 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 dun. You're at the very. You're doing the D, 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 D. Dun, 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 dun. Like this. Ends there, yeah. The song ends, and then you hit ending 1. So we're going to do the first page to the second page to the repeat. Go back to the first page. Second time, you keep going to the third page. Repeat back to the beginning. Do the first page again with the fills. And then when you get to the second page top line, you're doing D, do, 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 do. And then when you get to the edge there, dun, 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 and then hit the ending. So at the end of the song, repeat back to the beginning one more time. There we go. A little faster. 120. Big band, swing band, C sharp, normal, vintage 0, intro 1. Yeah, I'm waiting. Okay, a few things. Th This is like this first page of In the Mood is like what it was like when I played the Heart and Soul with two hands one day. All of a sudden, I was able to do two different things. It's a breakthrough. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna be like, you gotta get a hand motion. First off, what I did to break through is I went B, D, B. I wiggled B and D for a while until I couldn't do it anymore. And Gail screamed, "What are you doing up there?" Then I went D and G. And then I went B, D, G, B, D, G, and I rolled it. Then I rolled it down. What is that B, D, G? It's a chord. It's a G chord. It's not just like this. It's do 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 do. Like that first B is different. Faster you go with that, I think it gets easier. Okay, then the next one is a C chord. C, E, G. That's why I was able to memorize it. It's just a chord. Then it's a D chord. Some people hit the chord. Here we go. Here's the full song. Here's the with everything. Yes, I did a longer. Yep. 3 years of trying it. Now I was able to write it out so you guys can do it. Hi. What'd you think? Wasn't that great? Any questions? If you can break through and do this, I just did the G one for a while. Just got it, and you'll hear you got to break through. You got to get a different. Your hand won't work first. It won't. Just as like you like bring it down to 95. 7. Here's 80. It's like the batteries are dying and it's really slow. 50. Yeah, and you work your way up. And then it's like balancing on a bicycle. You just all of a sudden, or swimming. All of a sudden you can do it. Ah, well, I don't know what it's like then. Yep, well, thanks for coming. Yay. Hope you liked it. Hi.